All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is the sports director at News Radio 1020, KDK and 93.7 The Fan, Jeff Hathorn, a.k.a. The Hawk. Did I give you that nickname?
I don't know where it came from.
You know you like it, though. It's a cool nickname.
I think Ed Schaefer gave it to me years and years ago.
All right, we'll give Eddie Schaefer credit on that one. But time to soar in the way of sports. The Pens getting ready for Game 4 tomorrow night, Consol Energy Center at 8. Hopefully you're inside or watching on the big screen outside. But if you can't, NBC Sports Network will have it for you. We do know that Chris Letang will not be there. He gets the suspension after the hit on Johansson. Marcus Johansson trying to clear the puck in the Pen zone.
Will he be out at the big screen watching?
Yeah,
or
why
will
not?
He be allowed in?
You know what? That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, you know.
All right, anyway, he was trying to clear the puck, and a bunch of Pens converged on him, and, well, Chris Letang came over and finished the job. Deserving? He gets a game suspension.
Yeah, I think it's deserving. I think he would have gotten 2, except there wasn't... I mean, the initial contact was right here, and then he finished him up at the head, and it wasn't as late as Orpik's hit was on Ole Mata.
Okay.
You know, it was late, and hey, when a guy doesn't have the puck and you hit a guy, and then you hadn't made contact with him before when he had the puck, that's a penalty, that's a suspension. I think it was clear. I think the NHL explained it well. The only thing I don't like, and we've talked about this before, is that they determine based on the injury to the player. So Orpik got more because Mata is out. Well, Johansson came back in, so that led to Letang only having 1 game. If Johansson would have stayed out for the rest of the game, he probably would have gotten 2. As crazy as that sounds.
All right, I just want to say Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin as much as I can because, well, folks, it's really not been all about them. They've been playing steady hockey, but it's this youth movement and some guys that, well, may not be familiar with the scoring headlines, but Hagelin, Hornquist, and Kuhnhackl get the goals for the Pens. But another big story has to be Matt Murray standing on his head, 47 saves.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It reminds me of... You go back to the days of some of the guys that made impacts. And you look at Hedberg and Patrick O'Leam. I remember being at a game when he made 51 saves. I mean, you don't want that number, obviously. If you allow the Capitals to have another game like that, they're going to get more past Murray, and you're not going to win the game. And they're going to be challenged tomorrow night without Letang. He's their best defensive player, arguably their best player, period. And without him and the minutes that he can eat, Justin Schultz and Derek Pouliot. Pouliot got better as the day went on yesterday, but he's going to have to step up his game. And Justin Schultz, he said today he has a chip on his shoulder. He has something he has to prove. Maybe he'll be one of those guys, another one of those guys, you mentioned the young guys, that comes in and steps up when needed in a situation. They've had that happen a lot. They've got good depth. Now's the time for them to rely on it.
All right, let's move on to the Pirates coming up shortly on 93.7 The Fan, Game 2 of their series. They're now 4 behind the Cubs in the National League Central after losing last night. Jake Arrieta, he hasn't lost since July of last year. 16-0, 0.69 ERA. He's 5-0 this year. Jonathan Neese on the other side of the ledger. This is the guy that we got for this guy, Neil Walker, who's now a member of the New York Mets. He's 3-0 with an ERA of over 5, but Arrieta has been, as they say, lights out.
Yeah, he's ridiculous right now. I mean, you hope to scratch a run against Arrieta, and then you hope Neese just pitches the game of his life. That's the issue with the Cubs. You know, even if you keep it a low-scoring game, they have the offense that they can break out at any time. They've got home run power. They can get on base. They have a ridiculous team right now. And barring injuries, I mean, they may run away with the Central Division. Neese is going to have to pitch well. Now, his last 2 outings, he got roughed up. He gave up 9 runs in 10 innings, but they're both the 2 easiest places to hit, Arizona and Colorado. So you factor that in a little bit, but Neese is going to have to really bring it in order just to keep in the game with Arrieta. You hope to stretch it out, maybe get to their bullpen and scratch a run there.
All right, real quick. Psychologically, more important than the standings because it's early in the year. Pirates need to make a statement next couple of days, you think?
Yeah, I think getting 2 or 3. If you can find a way to beat Arrieta, I mean, that's a story in itself. Then you got Leicester tomorrow afternoon. If for some reason you can get these 2 games, I really think that launches you into something. If you get swept, I mean, it's May, but wild card starts already creeping into your head. I mean, you give the Cubs a lead, and you may not come back from it.
Yeah, Pirates need to get out of that wild card situation. It hasn't fared well for them the last couple of years. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Robert.
All right, folks, there you go. Don't forget 93.7 The Fan. Tonight, it's the Pirates and Cubs. Don't miss it.